Did you know? Albatrosses can sleep while flying. They can nap and fly at the same time. So, how do they pull off this aerial snooze fest? It's all thanks to something called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep, or USWS for short. Albatrosses shut down one half of their brain while keeping the other half awake. This brainy trick allows them to keep flying, breathing, and even balancing, all while getting some much-needed shut-eye. But wait, there's more. These flying nap sessions only last a few minutes at a time. They alternate which half of the brain is sleeping, meaning they're always ready to dodge a storm or catch a breeze. This incredible ability allows albatrosses to fly thousands of miles over open ocean without ever needing a pit stop. Talk about endurance. So next time you're struggling to stay awake during a road trip, just remember, if an albatross can sleep while flying, you can probably manage with a coffee. Did you know? Armadillos almost always have identical quadruplets. That's right, one fertilized egg splits into 4 embryos. Imagine one pizza magically turning into 4 identical slices. So, how does it happen? A female armadillo releases a single egg, which gets fertilized by the male. Then, that single egg does some serious multitasking and splits into 4 identical embryos. These 4 embryos grow into quadruplet armadillos, all sharing the same genetic blueprint. This quirky trick helps armadillos boost their numbers in the wild, giving them a better shot at survival. But here's the kicker. It also means less genetic diversity in their population. Oh, and while quadruplets are the norm, sometimes they mix it up with twins or even a solo baby. So next time you see an armadillo, remember, it's got a built-in photocopier. Crazy, right? Did you know? The sound of an ATM drawing cash is a manufactured sound. That cha-ching sound isn't just for kicks, it's a manufactured sound effect designed to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, confirming your cash is on its way. Think about it. No sound, and you'd probably have a mini panic attack, right? That noise provides reassurance that the ATM's working and your dollars are en route. Plus, it deters snoopy onlookers. They hear the sound and think twice about getting any closer. And let's not forget, it makes the whole transaction feel kinda exciting. It's like your money's making a grand entrance, so next time you grab cash, give a nod to that trusty sound effect. It's there to keep things smooth, secure, and just a bit more fun. Cha-ching! Did you know? Babies tend to respond better to dogs than cats. Dogs are like the social butterflies of the pet world. They've been trained to interact with humans, respond to commands, and shower you with affection. Babies love this kind of engagement. Dogs' body language is also a big hit. Tail wagging, happy barks, and those expressive puppy eyes are easy for babies to understand. It's like they're speaking the same language. And let's not forget the playtime. Dogs are energetic and playful, which grabs a baby's attention faster than you can say fetch. Of course, every baby is unique. Some might prefer a cat's purr over a dog's bark. The key is to introduce them to both and see which furry friend they gravitate towards. Remember, always supervise these interactions to keep things safe and fun. So does your baby prefer dogs or cats? Did you know? Babies can survive underwater longer than adults or kids. So what gives babies this aquatic advantage? It's called the bradycardic response. When babies are submerged, their heart rate and breathing slow down, almost like a built-in pause button. This reflex is a nifty evolutionary trick that buys them a bit of extra time underwater. But hold your breath. This isn't a guarantee they'll be okay. Factors like water temperature, how much water they inhale, and the submersion duration all play a part. And here's a splash of reality: babies are still at serious risk of drowning. So never leave a baby unattended near water, even for a second. So, while the bradycardic response is a cool baby trick, it's not a free pass for underwater adventures. Remember, prevention is key to keeping those little ones safe. Did you know? When you burn body fat, about 84% of it is converted to carbon dioxide and exhaled through your lungs. Yep, all that hard work at the gym, it's literally going up in smoke. Or rather, breath. It's not where you think. So how does this magic happen? First, your body breaks down fat molecules into fatty acids and glycerol. These fatty acids then head to the mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, where they mix with oxygen to produce energy, aka ATP. As a byproduct, you get carbon dioxide and water. The CO2 then makes its way to your lungs and voila, you breathe it out. While individual factors can tweak the exact percentage, the majority of burned fat exits your body as CO2. So next time you're catching your breath after a workout, remember, you're literally exhaling your fat away. Did you know? Butterflies taste with their feet. Yep, you heard me right. Butterflies don't use their mouths to taste like we do. Instead, they've got taste receptors on their feet. When they land on a flower or leaf, their feet do all the tasting. It's like having a mini taste test every time they touch down. So, why do butterflies need this superpower? Well, it helps them find the best food sources and avoid nasty stuff. Imagine if you could tell if a cookie was tasty just by stepping on it. Pretty cool, right? Next time you see a butterfly, remember, those tiny feet are doing way more than just walking around. They're on a mission to find the sweetest nectar around. Did you know? Canadian moose can swim underwater. Yep, you heard that right. Canadian moose are strong swimmers and can even dive underwater. They can plunge down to 20 feet or 6 meters. That's like diving down to the bottom of a 2-story building. And get this, they can swim at a brisk 6 miles per hour, which is about 9.6 kilometers per hour. That's faster than you can probably run. Plus, they can stay underwater for up to 50 seconds at a time. Why do they do it? It's all about the food. Moose dive to munch on tasty aquatic plants like water lilies and pondweeds. These underwater snacks are a crucial part of their diet. So next time you think of moose, picture these gentle giants gracefully swimming and diving like pros. Nature is full of surprises. Did you know? Earthworms are hermaphrodites. Yep, that means they have both male and female reproductive organs. But wait, it gets even better. When two earthworms mate, they engage in simultaneous hermaphroditism. Sounds fancy, right? Basically, they exchange sperm with each other. No penetration drama, just a mutual swap. Each worm stores the other's sperm in its seminal receptacles for later. Then, when the time's right, each worm produces a cocoon filled with its own eggs. The stored sperm comes to the rescue, fertilizing these eggs inside the cocoon. And while earthworms can self-fertilize, they usually prefer a partner for that good old genetic diversity. Nature's way of keeping things interesting. So next time you see an earthworm, remember, there's a whole lot of fascinating biology wiggling under the surface. Did you know? Frogs swallow with their eyes. It's like a magic trick. They use their eyes. When a frog catches a tasty bug with its sticky tongue, it snaps its eyes shut and retracts them into its head. Why? To help push that snack down its throat. Yep, frogs use their eyes to swallow food. Imagine blinking and swallowing at the same time. That's what frogs do every meal. It's one of nature's wildest adaptations and a reminder of just how amazing our planet is. So next time you see a frog, remember, it's got some pretty eye-popping dining skills. Did you know? Honey can heal wounds? Honey's been used to treat wounds for centuries, and guess what? Modern medicine is catching on. Thanks to its high sugar content, honey creates a hypertonic environment that bacteria just can't handle. Plus, it's packed with enzymes that break down bacterial cell walls. Take that, germs. Manuka honey in particular is the superstar of the honey world. Derived from bees that pollinate the manuka tree, it's known for its potent antibacterial properties. Hospitals and clinics are now using honey in dressings and ointments to reduce inflammation, promote tissue growth, and even lessen pain. But hold on, honey fans. While honey is awesome, it's not a substitute for proper medical care. Got a serious wound or infection? Time to call in the pros. So next time you see that golden goo, remember, it's not just a sweet treat, it's nature's secret weapon against wounds. Did you know? Honey never spoils. Here's why. It's all about its superpowers. First up, honey has very low water content, around 17%. Bacteria and other microorganisms hate dry spots, making honey their worst nightmare. Next, honey is naturally acidic with a pH of about 3.5 to 4.5. This acidity is like a bouncer at a club, keeping all the bad bacteria out. And let's not forget the bee's secret weapon, an enzyme called glucose oxidase. This enzyme transforms glucose into gluconic acid and, wait for it, hydrogen peroxide. These nifty properties make honey practically immortal. Just store it right in an airtight container and you've got yourself a timeless treat. Even the ancient Egyptian honey is still good to eat. So next time you find a jar of honey in the back of your pantry, remember, it's ancient history in the best way possible. Did you know? You can live without a stomach. So surgeons can remove your entire stomach and connect your esophagus directly to your small intestine. This is called a total gastrectomy, usually done to treat stomach cancer. Now, how does your body adapt? First off, eating habits change. You'll need to munch on smaller, more frequent meals to avoid feeling yucky. Think of it as snacking all day long. Next, nutrition. Without a stomach, you might miss out on some vitamins and minerals. So supplements become your new best friends. And digestion? It slows down a bit, and yep, your bathroom visits might get interesting. But here's the cool part, you can still live a pretty normal life. Just stay in touch with your healthcare pros to keep things running smoothly. So, stomach or no stomach, life goes on. Pretty amazing, right? Did you know? When you look at stars, you're actually peeking into the past. Light from stars travels at a mind-blowing speed of 299,792 kilometers per second, but even that takes time to reach us. So when you see a star that's 100 light-years away, you're seeing it as it was 100 years ago. Pretty cool, huh? But don't worry, most stars you see with the naked eye are still hanging out in the sky. Why? Because stars live for millions or even billions of years. The odds of a star dying in the short time it takes its light to travel here are super low. Now supernovae are a different story. These are the dramatic deaths of massive stars, and when you see one, you're witnessing an explosion that happened long ago. And those super distant objects like quasars, they give us a peek into the universe's baby pictures, billions of years in the past. So next time you stargaze, remember you're looking at ancient history. Cool, right? Did you know? Since its discovery in 1930, Pluto never orbited the sun once. Pluto's orbit around the sun is the definition of slow and steady wins the race. It takes about 248 Earth years for Pluto to complete one lap around our star. Yep, you heard that right, 248 years. Since Pluto was discovered in 1930, it hasn't even finished one orbit. Mark your calendars because it won't complete this historic journey until the year 2178. Talk about long-term planning, right? This epic trek across the cosmos is due to Pluto's highly elliptical orbit, which means it swings closer to and farther from the sun than any other planet in our solar system. In fact, sometimes it's closer to the sun than Neptune. So, the next time you feel like time is dragging, just remember, Pluto's been working on the same lap for nearly a century and still has a long way to go. Now that's patience. Did you know? When sea otters find a rock they like to bust open clams, they will tuck it under a fold of skin in their armpit. Sea otters are like the MacGyvers of the ocean. These adorable furballs are one of the few animals known to use tools. When they find a perfect rock for cracking open clams, they don't just drop it. Oh no, they tuck it under a fold of skin in their armpit, like an oceanic fanny pack. This nifty trick lets them carry their trusty tool while they dive and forage. It's like having a Swiss Army knife at the ready. This behavior shows just how resourceful and intelligent sea otters are. They've got brains and brawn all wrapped up in one cute package. So next time you see a sea otter lounging on its back, remember, it might just be packing some serious shell-cracking gear. Now that's what I call otterly impressive. Did you know? Squirrels can survive falls from great heights. And it all comes down to one thing: low terminal velocity. Terminal velocity is the max speed something reaches while falling through air. For squirrels, it's super low. Why? Because they're tiny and have a big surface area for their weight. Basically, they're like furry little parachutes. But that's not all. Squirrels spread their limbs and tail to slow down even more, kind of like a flying squirrel without the cape. Plus, they've got a built-in righting reflex, flipping midair to always land on their feet. And let's not forget their strong bones, built to absorb impact like nature's airbags. So, while it's not impossible for them to get hurt, these acrobatic critters are pretty much the ninjas of the treetops. Next time you see a squirrel, give them a nod of respect. They've earned it. Did you know? Kids of twins are technically siblings and not cousins. Let's unravel this genetic mystery. Alright, here's the scoop. Identical twins share 100% of their DNA. Essentially, they're like carbon copies of each other. Now, when identical twins have children, those kids end up sharing 50% of their DNA, just like half-siblings. So, while society might call them cousins, genetically they're more like half-siblings. Kinda mind-blowing, right? Think of it this way, if twin A and twin B are clones, then twin A's kid and twin B's kid are like having one parent in common. That's why their genetic connection is closer to half-siblings than traditional cousins. This fascinating fact has scientists buzzing, especially in genetics research. Who knew family trees could be this interesting? So next time you meet a pair of cousin siblings, you'll know the cool science behind it. Did you know? Vanilla flavoring can be made from beaver secretions? Yep, you heard that right. Beavers produce a substance called castoreum from glands near their rear end. It's got a musky, vanilla-like scent and has been used in perfumery and food for centuries. But don't worry, you're not licking beaver butt in your ice cream. Most vanilla flavoring today comes from synthetic vanillin. It's cheaper and more available than natural vanillin from vanilla beans. Castoreum is super rare and expensive, so it's not the go-to flavoring choice. In summary, while beavers have a surprising connection to vanilla, you can keep enjoying your vanilla treats without picturing a beaver's behind. So next time you savor that vanilla latte, just remember it's probably more science lab than wilderness. Did you know? Each individual whale shark has their own unique pattern of spots on their back. They've got unique spot patterns just like human fingerprints. Yep, just like how each human has a one-of-a-kind fingerprint. Scientists can identify these gentle giants by their spot patterns. It's like playing Where's Waldo, but underwater. By studying these patterns, researchers can track their movements and behaviors. They learn who's who, where they travel, and even who they hang out with. It's like the ultimate shark social network. So next time you see a whale shark, remember, they're more unique than they look. And thanks to their spots, we can help protect these amazing creatures. Did you know? You couldn't fit all the planets in the solar system between Earth and the Moon. The average distance between Earth and the Moon is about 238,855 miles. That's a lot of space. Or is it? Let's do some quick math. Mercury is about 3,032 miles wide. Venus, 7,521 miles. Mars, 4,212 miles. Our own Earth is 7,918 miles. Jupiter, a whopping 88,846 miles. Saturn, 74,898 miles. Uranus and Neptune at 31,518 and 30,775 miles respectively. Add them all up and you get roughly 246,720 miles. Compare that to our Earth-Moon distance of 238,855 miles and, oops, we're over the limit. So, while it's fun to think about a planetary parade up there, there's just not enough room. Like and subscribe if you learned something new today.